Oh, okay, well, other than that, I got like 7 more panels to finish repairing. Yes, I'm very excited to see the outcome. I'm really, really excited. So no missiles? Sad. We were apparently making a camera to stop easy access or something with light. Yeah. Yeah. Who is messaging me? Hello, hello, there you are. Hopefully that's better. Of course, the secret passage under the Oh, spider ball! I think. Psychic Spider Ball allows the Morph Ball to magnetically adhere to the Spider Ball tracks, as well as Psychic Ball tracks. I don't know why yours breaks so much. I was just watching Mike last night with no hiccups. I don't know. Midnight Mike was also in the dream. But he was streaming, so I assume that was simply because he started streaming on Twitch more. He also was saying how he was sleeping in a bed with no sheets on, and everybody was telling him that he needs to put sheets on because of the fentanyl in the bed seeps through when you don't put your sheets on. While in Morph Ball mode, hold ZL to magnetize and adhere to the Spider Ball tracks or to hang from tether nodes. Once they have been materialized, Psychic Ball tracks can also be used. Open the menu with minus to check the inventory for more information. I heard nothing of the dream. Oh, okay. Long story short, you and Mazu had set up some sort of camera thing on y'all's computers. It essentially made it so, like, instead of it being like the cameras that see heat signatures and like change color on that, it sensed like weird light signatures and made everything almost like a reflecting vest. And so it could bypass like any sort of software or anything that needed you to have your camera on, but like it wouldn't see anything. And I had to, in order to get it, you gave me a passphrase I had to say to like a military man that was like in a car in the back of my building, and I had to do a dance with him in order to get the software. And then the whole time I was just like going through this big housing complex and meeting people from various stages of my life, like in middle school and stuff like that. Ah. Now this is interesting. This is a new take on the Spider Ball. Sounds like someone I would know. Oh, really? This is like when you'd fling yourself in Mario Galaxy. This is cool. Spider Ball is a cool thing. Yes, yes it is. I'm very happy that I got it, because now I could go back and get all that stuff that I said I couldn't get yet. Backtracking, best part of a video game. Not always, but it's not bad in Metroid Prime. Just takes patience. No! The Grievers are here. Which now, it also confirms a theory I was having, that this, like, screeching that you hear from Grievers, even dead ones, is like their corrupted psychic energy, especially since they are mutated psychic Lamorne. Grievers like Mazu Runner? I don't know what you're talking about. The Grievers were those enemies I was just, fighting. Damn autocorrect. Maze Runner. I see. I'm gonna be honest, I only saw one Maze Runner, and it was like somewhere either in the middle or at the end. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about that one. No, she meant Maze Runner. Mm-hmm. Aha! Shot expansion acquired. Maximum elemental shot ammo capacity increased by 10. Books were better, but the cast was fun. All I remember is that they had that that British actor who looks like he's 7, but he's like 50. It was like whatever movie he was in, he would always play someone 10 years younger than he actually was. Thomas. Sure. I don't know where my robot mans went. Hopefully he's at base camp with the other Federation members. Here we go. This is fun. Ooh. Ah! Smart, smart. Didn't even have to tell me. Good job, game designers. Oh, I gotta do them quickly. There we go. Missile expansion acquired. Maximum missile capacity increased by 5. Sweet. Get rid of this. Would it be faster? Yes, it would. To just... Nah, not really. Either way, it will take the same amount of time. I liked the dichotomy of I can't remember if it was Takabe or Duke that was talking to Mackenzie at base camp, but they were like, wouldn't you think it's awful for the Lemorn to have to experiment on and kill their own kind? The Grievers, that is. Like, those Grievers used to be the Lemorn, and then they had to, like, fight back against them, and Miles Mackenzie was like, I don't know. Like, if my family started attacking me, and they just weren't them anymore, then I wouldn't mind having to fight back. And the other guy was like, but, I don't know, something about how could you not have any emotional attachment to them? It's the difference between emotion on the battlefield and survival on the battlefield. Oh, this is where it's going to want me to do the ball hop. I don't know how. Okay. Morph ball. Okay, there's one more, which is probably going to be the big boost. I'm going to need that for that. So we're still not getting that missile launcher quite yet. Instead, we'll go this way. I hope everybody's doing well today. The big one. Are you doing well, Papa? I suppose. My brain, as I explained previously, is acting a little funky, but in terms of how things actually are, things are objectively well. The only thing that I'm getting annoyed with is the lack of work. I don't want to work, per se, but being that I've applied to almost every place I could reach before the city is not great. Shot expansion acquired. Maximum elemental shot ammo capacity increased by 10, which I'm actually going to have to talk to my mom about, because she used to have to commute to the city. But the whole work thing isn't the thing that's, like, messing with me. That's just par for the course. Everybody all round the Whizzle is having a hard time finding work. Yeah, job hunting sure is the time right now. Not gonna lie, I think I got sick at the hospital and I've been feeling gross since I've been back. I am so sorry. You do get sick, though. Not super constantly. But you do get sick. I apologize for that. Yeah, it's around that time. Mm-hmm. If it's not allergy time, it's just time to be sick. Time licensed to ill, as the Beastie Boys said. I did not know that that hurts. Just ram right into them. My body fails me before I have to start decorating. Then it's a blur of suffering, then my body just gives up on me for like a week, and then I'm fine again. That's terrible. Everyone, make sure you go out and get one of those Elvis Presley candles that are for some reason in the same section and same style as the Jesus and various saint candles, and light up your Saint Elvis Presley candle for Awkwards. Oh. Why'd you try and jump scare me? I thought you were gonna lead with kick a Christmas tree down for Awkwards, but I guess I'll take St. Elvis. Yeah, that one did show up out of nowhere. You wanted to surprise me? Oh, hold on. Is this going to be enough? This might be another situation in which I need that... I need the super bomb! Okay. Okay. Speaking of Stitch, did you see the D23? They're making 1 million sequels. Frozen 3, Incredibles 3, Coco 2, Lilo and Stitch live action 2, Vision Quest, which I'm actually interested in, even though I haven't watched any of the Marvel stuff since whichever came out last, Thor Love and Thunder, or... No, okay, never mind. I haven't kept up with it since whatever came out last, Thor Love and Thunder, or Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but I did see Deadpool and Wolverine 3. Or Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine. I hate Disney adults. Every trailer they wouldn't stop screaming. Kingdom Hearts 4, Toy Story 2, Fast and Furious. Well, they already announced Kingdom Hearts 4, but so far, the only world besides real Japan we've seen is Coco World. I'm kind of happy because Toy Story 2 Fast and Furious is funny. When is Sora gonna go to the alien world where Goofy gets his chest bursted? Well, that's actually... When Sora goes to Alien, he's gonna be dressed up like Sigourney Weaver, and Donald and Goofy are gonna be fused together where Donald is busting out of Goofy's chest. This is what he says when he pops out. I can only make Donald Duck noises, I can't talk like him. I remember I spent a summer watching my brother play Kingdom Hearts and trying to learn how to speak like Donald Duck, but I couldn't do it. That's as much as I could do. Alien vs. Predator would go hard in a horror mode in Kingdom Hearts. If they're doing Alien vs. Predator, then they also have to have Terminator and RoboCop worlds. What Ripley outfit is Sora wearing? The one where she's in, like, her panties and the tank top. It's okay, because in this new game, Sora is supposed to be an adult. Like a young adult, I think. I hope. If not, then I take that back. He's in the big neck. I think he's 18 though. Okay, yeah, he's in the tank top and the panties then. Disney got rid of their writers and went to AI, because why the heck is it just sequels and live actions? There's nothing original besides that stupid-looking hexed movie that's just turning red with fantasy magic. But still with the big clown shoes. I don't know. I don't write for Disney. I don't have the answers. All I know is that, I still like what they do with Star Wars because they still drip feed it to us compared to how they just shove Marvel, everything all the time, Marvel. And I want to like Marvel, but it's getting to the point where I've missed too many things where it's going to be a long time for me to catch up. At the same time...
Oh, they just made contact with View 995. I sent them the mine's coordinates. They should be on their way to the mine now.
Okay. Sorry, I had to listen to what Engineer McQuinn said. The only thing is with Marvel, at one point I wanted to watch everything. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a hater. I have no desire to watch Echo. I have no desire to watch Miss Marvel or the Marvels or Eternals. No desire to watch Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania because it's worthless now. I want to watch Spider-Man. Kind of want to watch... I don't remember if it was Black Panther 2 or if it was a Wakanda movie, what have you. No desire to watch She-Hulk. I mean, I think Disney just sees sequels as a safe bet for some reason. Yeah, well, it's gonna make them money, as long as it makes them box office money. And whenever they tried something new, quote-unquote, like when they did Wish or whatever it was, it seems to not do so great. Or just doesn't get seen as anything, really, like that Elio movie. Oh, but that is the thing. I do want to see, like, Doctor Doom and stuff. I think it was cool that he did the anime thing of catching the Stormbreaker between his fingers. The Kang Empire would have been so fire before Doctor Doom. Spider-Man 4 is fire. I want to see it. You ain't missing much on She-Hulk. I did a rewatch of all the MCU movies before Infinity War and genuinely forgot to watch Thor 2. I like Thor 2. So far, still, my favorite MCU movie is Captain America Winter Soldier. I have no idea what that Star Wars fighter is about. I'm not really sure why they keep sending Ryan Gosling to space, but it was old school Star Wars logo, so I'm down. I'm excited. Also, I'm excited for Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, because they take over what the writers wrote and change good plot points to make it a marketing ploy. I see. Winter Soldier is excellent. Yes. Captain America Winter Soldier is the best. I really like it. I like Star Wars. I saw Mandalorian and Grogu. A lot of people complained because they just said it felt like a long episode of Mandalorian, but I liked the Mandalorian, so it was good. I'm excited for the next season of Ahsoka. That Wish movie is stupid. Star was supposed to be a mute boy. I see. Winter Soldier is excellent. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to go back to this shrine. I don't remember what I need here. Before I go back, or before I even go to the mine, I want to explore the other areas that I couldn't with the spider ball. I only saw the first season of The Mandalorian. It's pretty good. I think that The Mandalorian has been, since it came out, my favorite Star Wars anything. I love Star Wars. I love the Clone Wars. I love Rebels. I genuinely love the Christmas special, that's horrendous as that is. I can't get that yet. I like Star Wars a lot. But I liked Mandalorian because I think I like bounty hunters a lot. I think it was a fresh breath of air compared to them constantly just doing more and more stuff, tackling the Skywalker saga stuff. Like, a lot of their stuff is between the prequels and the original series, so it's nice to see something that takes place after but has no stakes in the sequels. And then, even though then it still follows Luke and then Ahsoka and has to bring a lot of the, look, it's this character together, but then it remembers what it is and comes back to, this is still Manny and Grogues, which I like. I liked, although I did like what people didn't care much for. I did like the look at this guy that was the Book of Boba Fett. And although they try to pretend that the Book of Boba Fett was his own thing, the Book of Boba Fett really is just more Mandalorian. Being the fact that pretty much a few episodes of it didn't even have to do with Boba Fett and had to do with the Mandalorian and Grogu. Book of Boba Fett is just an extension of that. Forget 7 through 9, I hate them. I enjoyed, as movies, 7 through 9. I could watch them and enjoy them. But as parts of Star Wars, they are terrible. And I didn't watch Acolyte because I didn't have any interest, and I hear that I thought it was going to be cool because it had to do with, like, old Jedis and stuff like that, but it keeps doing the Disney thing of lightsabers are essentially baseball bats, and also everybody can heal from lightsabers, and the bleeding of the crystal just happened in a split second rather than it be an intense, painful, and emotional thing. And I was really bummed because I was happy that the Squid Games dude, was very happy to be a part of Star Wars, and he tried very hard to speak the English for that show. And Acolyte don't. Let me roll back. It was pretty good. I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy, but I'll dip my toes in every now and then. The Jedi games are great, especially Jedi Survivor. I have the first one, Fallen Order, and Jedi Survivor, I hear, isn't all that great, and that's why it has mixed reviews on Steam and goes on sale for like $9 a lot, but I'll give it a shot after I play the first one, although I hear it plays like a Souls-like, and I don't really like Souls-like, but I still gotta give it a shot. I got it, so I'll get around to there. Futuristic Cowboys. Turgle, my beloved, long ago from a far, far away. Look, it's, yeah. 7 was pretty good, 8 was interesting, never saw 9. Hyped for pod racing. I'm always hyped for the Boonta Eve classic of pod racing. Midasa Chubasa. You know what I'm saying? Midasa Chubasa, Watto. Those were the first words that, Jake Lloyd had to say as little Anakin. Midasa Chubasa! I also don't think people realize and appreciate how similar young Anakin is to young Luke. How young Luke just wanted to go to the Tashi Center to get power converters, and how young Anakin was in love with, like, creating and the art of pod racing and all that stuff. The Tashi Station, not the Tashi Center. Oh, little Annie, my sweet boy. Jake Lloyd and Ahmed Best, also known as Little Anakin, and the guy who played Jar Jar Binks, both got bullied so hard that Jake Lloyd went crazy and beat up his mother, and Ahmed Best was on the brink of suicide. Jake Lloyd never got his redemption, which is, I think, the better option, because I don't think that he needed to be back in acting for Star Wars, but Ahmed Best got his redemption by getting to be the Jedi that saved Grogu from Order 66. You can tune the difficulty, but I think the PC port of the sequel was kind of rough. It ran fine on my PC, and the story and Metroidvania-style exploration was good, and the battle droid banter is great. Oh, Annie. Yeah, Jar Jar's actor had it rough. Mm-hmm. I like Jar Jar in the Clone Wars when he was easing more into his role as a senator. Super Thunder Shot, significantly amplified over the Charged Thunder Shot, though requires more ammo to use. Creates a continuous electrical arc for a limited time. Give me it. Super Thunder Shot acquired. Consumes 20 shot ammo to fire sustained electrified current. Press left on the D-pad to activate the Thunder Shot. Sub-weapon. Press and hold R until fully charged, then release the fire for a Super Thunder Shot. They have Richard Horvitz in Vader Zim in Jedi Survivor, and he's great. Oh, trust me, I know who Richard Horvitz is. I'm gonna go nap for a little, leaving the Twitch on. Okay. Then I'm probably gonna play until you're done with your nap, Mazu. As long as it's not too late. Let me know when you want to hang out, and definitely message me. Please. But it's 6 o'clock for me now. So if you wind up sleeping for 5 hours, like if it's 10, that's too late. I'll time it. I can nap for 2 hours. 2 hours sounds good then. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Okay. Talk to you later, then. For the time being, I'm gonna ride my motorcycle. Let me see what areas have things for me to explore. I just finished here and all I need is the big boom. What about Green Fury? Over here I need the other blast. Same with here. Here too, I believe. I need to break something. And then I need the rest of the green crystals. As for Vault Forge, I don't know if I need to look at the track there. Over here, I definitely needed the spider ball, but I need to reach far. So if I go here, I better not need to have the boost thing. Is it worth it then to go there without it? What about Flare Pool? Flare Pool, I think I just needed the spider ball for that. I haven't gone to this entrance, but I could definitely open it. You know what? I only have one upgrade left as far as I'm aware. So I'm just going to get that and then go back and get everything. So we'll continue the story. Because I'm at a point where, like, there's a lot of... I could go in here and check, but if I'm just missing that one thing, it's fine. I imagine I'm going to get it here. Especially because the next part requires me to have it. Or I assume, but I'm pretty dang sure. You look like the grandpa in Spy Kids. Game over. Alright. We need to have a talk. I should probably get back to work on the thing, but I gotta shower first. Go shower first. Awkwards, I need to express this to you specifically. I rewatched the Spy Kids trilogy. Not talking about the fourth one, not talking about the TV show that preceded it. Robert Rodriguez, as a director, does amazing shots. He knows what looks good. Spy Kids, rewatching it as an adult without the rose-tinted glasses of nostalgia, is goofy. It's a children's movie. But it added so many cool scenes, so many cool action shots that he also used in his other things, like the episodes of Mandalorian that he directed, as well as the movies that he's done. I want to watch his cinematography from his more general audience or adult-oriented stuff, like Sin City or Machete. like the shots of like when characters come in and all that stuff, and also the writing, the underlying stuff that like you could pick up as a kid but means more when you're adult, like the rupture, the rift between Gregory and Isidore, the dad and Uncle Machete, or the one thing I always say is so powerful is having Ricardo Montalban as the grandpa, and more importantly his role in Spy Kids 3, where Ricardo Montalban was, I forgot if he got sick or if he was in an accident that put him legitimately in the wheelchair, and the whole thing about Spy Kids 3 being not just the grandpa talking about the stuff, but Ricardo Montalban talking about how he's like, I mean, obviously they didn't make him stand up and all that stuff. He's fully CGI, but he's like, I want to be seen more than just a guy in a wheelchair. When he got the mega legs, he's like, Junie, I could do more than walk now. And he's like jumping around and all that stuff. And before he wants to leave the game, he's like, the toy maker gave me this. He put me in the wheelchair, but now he gave me a place where I could walk, I could run. And then even that, when he confronts the toy maker and he's talking about how he's like, I should hate you. Because of you, I can't go on walks with my wife anymore, or I couldn't walk my daughter down the aisle. But he forgives him? That's tough. Like, as goofy as it's to say that that whole entire, like, movie of just kids on a green screen interacting with CGI stuff, all of the grandpa stuff is tough.
Samus.
It's you. You got Armstrong with you. I love her.
Looks like we can't get across. Mackenzie tells me the bridge controls are on the other side of this gap. What do you think?
Samus, hey, if you can get this bridge working, there's an elevator on the other side that'll take you down into the mines. You'll want to be careful underground. I'm not getting any readings.
That's why we're here.
Some X-Men Toxic X level stuff right there. Hold on. Armstrong.
Now it's our turn to help you.
And you're my wife after this. Oh, everybody's here, really? Oh, no. I just mistaken. Miles McKenzie is not here, but Takobi is here.
Extend the bridge from the
Or
other side.
Takabi is here. And we got Ezra Duke. This Reger Takabi. Ezra Duke. And Nora Armstrong, my beloved.
Now it's our turn to help you.
And we got View 995. Charles and Eric. Ah, you're right. I can't express enough how I love the evolution of the liveliness in these games, where with Metroid Primes 1 and 2, Samus is kind of on her own. She gets distress beacons and has to fight for the Federation and all that stuff, and of course interacts with the whoever is left of, and also the spirits of the civilizations long past in all these places. But then Metroid Prime 3 starts out with the Federation, and you have bounty hunters you're competing with, and there's voice acting in that game, like full voice acting. And in this one now you have a team of Federation fighting alongside you, and they have so much personality. Oh my gosh, I love this game. Grapple node used by maintenance tanks for mobility during inspections and other tasks. Attachment requires a grapple, which I have. Bridge control terminal extends the retractable bridge connecting the Great Mines to Soul Valley. Touch the hologram to operate. Elevator terminal calls the elevator that leads to the Great Mines. Touch the hologram to operate. Hatch for the mineral elevator. For safety, it is open only while the elevator is above ground. Okay. Just scanning stuff so I don't miss anything by accidentally activating the continuation of the story. Okay, I'll bring you guys over now. Enhanced gate lock unit. Gate sealed by an enhanced lock mechanism. Its alloys are extremely durable and effectively impossible to destroy with ordinary firearms. The lock unit can be removed if struck with an explosive force exceeding its threshold. This will cause the unit to resonate with a special frequency that collapses its molecular bonds, destroying it. Okay, I'm totally gonna get what I need in here. Anyway, let's cross the bridge. Oh yeah, it wasn't until recently that I realized Floop is Nightcrawler. Yes! Alan Cummings is both Fagin Floop and Nightcrawler. But the first Nightcrawler. He didn't continue being him. He's also Scottish, which always throws me off when I hear him as Floop.
This is where the last key should be. Down in the mines?
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I'm not talking about Nora Armstrong being my wife. I'm talking about that her and Samus need to get married after this.
Thought I did all that training. What is it?
Nothing good.
Yeah, as a kid it didn't connect and I never thought about it until I was watching X-Men again.
Multiple contacts.
You know what? On topic of how I said I hadn't been able to keep up with all the Marvel stuff, I still need to watch almost all of the X-Men movies. I know that stuff like, what was it, Dark Phoenix Rising or something like that? Or Immortal Phoenix Rising, maybe that's the game by Ubisoft and it's just called Dark Phoenix, what have you, is not worth it. But I know that the first two X-Men were written by David Hayter, the voice of Solid Snake, who also wrote the Watchmen movie. Which I like the Watchmen movie. I know not everybody shares my opinions. But I really do want to watch them. I only saw the Deadpool movies and Logan. And nothing else.
Elevator's here. Let's go. Now. We got you. Go on now.
Yeah, you're a hunter. And a great sniper at that. As long as I could have Nora with me, I'll be fine. What baffles me is that they're rebooting X-Men while still doing OG X-Men. Disney is literally shooting themselves in the foot. I think they're just trying to milk nostalgia while also being able to hire new actors.
I don't know. Might be stuck.
Let's get out of here.
Copy that. We can't get down from here. Lead the way, Samus.
Security limiters are engaged. Disconnecting the power, reactivating the elevator will require power from the energy converter on the lower level. Transport elevator brings heavy machinery in and excavated ore out. Security limiters have been locked in place. Elevator gate to open, touch the hologram. Remains fully operational while security limiters are active. Elevator recall terminal controls the elevator inactive while security limiters are in place. Okay. Great minds. Great minds think alike.
So this is the belly of the beast, huh? Not impressed.
Small mining gear container. Primarily used for storing mining tools and first aid kits. It can be destroyed with standard firearms.
Oh. This is huge. Hello? Echo!
I mean, come on, how is she not the most adorable character in this whole entire game?
Hope the boys are all right. I think you can get to the other side if you can follow those maintenance lines.
It's not a fair shot to those actors, though, because if you'd still be using the OGs that almost everyone thinks about when mentioned, then introduce completely new people that are going to act differently, it's a disaster. Yeah, you're right.
I think you can get to the other side if you can follow those maintenance lines.
Careful.
Listen, the best way to put it, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful because I know that there are various people that have different passions, but it's because it's all being made by a committee, so everything is going to have a different outcome. But you could say this about any interpretation of comic books, that comic books are all just fan fiction of the original material. But especially so, all Disney is doing is trying to make money. They're pandering and making fan fictions of the things that people already love and established. That way, whether or not it comes out as good or not, they are still going to get people hyped for it. They're still going to make money based off of it. That's really all there is to it. Mechanoid maintenance tank. Movement and AI disabled. A short circuit was caused by contact with high voltage current. That's... if that were a person, that would be morbid. That's like saying the guy died because he hit an electrical line. I have no sympathy for clankers. That's not true. I like robots. The simple answer is Disney does care, and if it doesn't work, they'll just shelve it like the Eternals. Doesn't care. Armstrong would be better if she talked about memes and making America great again on top of a giant robot crab. Oh, you're talking about Senator Armstrong from Metal Gear. Also, a fun fact about David Hayter, he voiced Captain America in the 90s Spider-Man, and in one episode interacted with Mr. Fantastic, voiced by Cam Clark, Liquid Snake. I did not know that. That's awesome. Hello, brother.
I think you can get to the other side if you can follow those maintenance lines.
So, you're saying this whole time, Master Miller has been dead? Then, who have I been talking to? Me! Hello, brother. Did you like my sunglasses? You could hear them through the phone. Missile expansion acquired. Maximum missile capacity increased by 5. Sorry, I had to look at something on the phone. Because you had said phone and it made me realize I haven't been checking. I always keep my phone on Do Not Disturb. Because I hate getting notifications, but it is rude of me when people need to reach out.
Don't go falling now.
What'd you say? Don't fall? Also, speaking of Metal Gear, a streamer I watched started a series called A Good Enough Summary of Metal Gear and released Metal Gear 1 and 2 videos last week. Nice! I love Metal Gear. I'm very excited for Master Collection Volume 2. I am so eager. Wait a minute! Oh no. I was gonna say, it comes out later. Oh, I could have been doing that stuff? Oh, what an idiot. Okay. I already had the ability to get the stuff I said I couldn't get yet. Whatever. I'm very excited that especially Metal Gear Solid 4 is getting released from its PlayStation 3 chains. Although, I'm also excited for Peace Walker. I've been wanting to replay that because I really like 5. And the only other tactical espionage operation game was Peace Walker. It's also going to be nice to see Ghost Babel. It comes out at the end of the month on the 27th. I'm not going to be able to get it, but I'd love to play it. I'm excited. Disney needs to take a page out of Nintendo's book and just chill out and take their time. Yes. Well, but the thing is, too, is that Nintendo took its time, and now it's paying off because they have been able to, whether it be a re-release, remake, remaster, or new game, they've done a new Zelda thing every year since Tears of the Kingdom. It was Tears of the Kingdom, Echoes of Wisdom, Age of Imprisonment, and now we're getting Ocarina of Time remake. And then in between there, we also still got Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity and a Link's Awakening remake. And the movie. That's true, that's true. We're getting the movie next year. And apparently, I forget his name, but the actor that recently passed away, one of the main guys from Jurassic Park, his final role is apparently going to be in the Zelda movie, and everybody, they haven't confirmed who he's going to be. They have shown us who Ganon is going to be, and the actor, I don't know him, which makes me happy, and two, he looks great for the role. He reminds me of Christopher Judge, the guy who voices Kratos right now. But they suspect that the guy from Jurassic Park is going to play the King of Hyrule, which he looks great for. The boy that plays Zelda is a really good actor. Lamal Zelda. Link, I meant. I tend for. But I think that, Sam Neill, thank you. Good old Teal'c. But I'm very excited for that movie. I don't know who any of the actors are, and I'm very excited. I think they look great for the roles. I don't think it's going to be that bad, especially because the Mario movies have been, in my opinion, nice. Speaking of Metal Gear, blah, 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 I could DM you the link if you want. Sure. But he also played through the Twin Snakes when it released, and the game is wild. I love Twin Snakes. Peace Walker also has Hot Coldman, who's feral in his dying scene, and gave our friend Mick some work. Yes, that's true. Nintendo did give Mick work. Mick is voicing Pigma, and I still want to play Star Fox. This is another reason why they need to give me a job, because I can't keep up. I used to be able to keep up with all the games I want, but I can't now. Energy lock system. Lock being used to seal off the mining facility gate temporarily. Requires multiple individuals to release. I'm supposed to play that new Star Fox game with Kramer on stream. To release, pull the defense shields on both sides, then apply a powerful burst of beam energy to the exposed core. This neutralizes the lock, causing it to disengage. But boy howdy, am I not going to miss Ocarina of Time. I'm certainly not going to get it when it comes out, but it comes out at the end of this year, and I could wait till Christmas for that at the very least. If For some reason, I don't have a job by then, but Lord willing, I will. If the Lord sees fit. Link was in House of the Dragon. I did not know that. The girl, I don't know who she is, but she seems sweet.
Thank you, sir.
Watch your step.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle, light delivery truck, similar to those in Icebelt used for transport of mining equipment and ore.
What do we have here?
Grab a side, Sarge.
Thank you. What do I need to do here?
Come on.
Sorry, I need to read what it said. Powerful burst of energy, okay. I wonder if it'll be a remake with a new coat of paint, or a Final Fantasy VII style reimagining. Okay. Nintendo, hear my plea. Because the track record of Nintendo and me has been pretty good as of recent. I want Twilight Princess. But here's the thing. I'm gonna go on a crazy tangent right now. I was right about the Switch 2. All they needed to do was do the Switch again, but make it more powerful. It didn't need another toy or gimmick or anything with it. The only thing that they added that I think is actually a pretty cool idea is that it has mouse controls. That is not a gimmick. That is a good add-on. But they did exactly what I said they needed to do since like halfway through the Switch 1's lifespan, and they're like, what's the next console going to be? They just needed to make it a better Switch. I also always said they're not going to do this, that, or the other thing. They're never going to have another Mario and Luigi game, never going to have an old-style Paper Mario game, and never going to do anything with Mario RPG. Lo and behold, they did all three. Mario RPG remake, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door remake, new Mario and Luigi game. Never thought they were going to touch Metroid again, but here she is. They have Metroid back on the roster for Nintendo titles when it used to be for a hot minute Zelda, Mario, Splatoon, and Animal Crossing and nothing else. I said they would never ever be able to do Star Fox again, but they're going to do it. Although it is just a spit shine of Star Fox 64. I don't care. The Ocarina of Time remake should very much be like how they do the Resident Evil remakes and the Final Fantasy VII remake. It should have the same story and same elements, but completely redesign the world, redesign the dungeon, redesign the controls. It should feel amazing. I can't get over how good of Twilight Princess's combat system was with all the hidden skills you could learn. I also really love the freedom and movement of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I would love a combination of the both. I also think that with Skyward Sword setting the bar for it, and then Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild making it even more accessible, of just holding the ZL button to scroll through a wheel of your items rather than going into a menu and changing your item, it's such a better system. I'm excited for it. Can you ask them to port Mother 3? I could try. That's something I don't think they will do, but I hope. Hopefully it goes well and we'll get a remake of the superior N64 Zelda game. The other thing is, though, one thing that Nintendo hasn't listened to me about, they have an engine for 2D Zelda games that they made for Link's Awakening and then put Echoes of Wisdom in. Link's Awakening is made in the same engine that then went to make the Oracle games. There is no reason why they can't use the new Link's Awakening engine and Echoes of Wisdom engine to then remake the Oracle games. That being said, they should also have no excuse that if they made an engine for this Ocarina of Time remake, that they should also be able to use it for a Majora's Mask remake. Are they going to do that? Probably not, but they should. And still, for some reason, they won't put Twilight Princess and NSO Online, or NSO Online is the same as saying ATM machine, but NSO, GameCube, I don't know why. It's literally the only 3D Zelda game you can't play on Switch. Whether it be through emulation, through the NSO stuff, through whatever it may be, the remake, the ports, what have you.
What, does it bring back some memories?
I'll tell you some other time.
I like Zelda. Mechanoids, Mindbot, excavation android created during the Machine Era, host to an AI specifically developed for excavation. Its batteries has no charge. Well, they are going to wake up. That's just how this goes. You can't see a robot and then expect not to fight it. Or a container that has been detached from the ceiling rail blocking the passageway as it crashed. Its unique steel material and enormous weight makes it impossible to remove or destroy. Lemorne excavation facility door. Its sensor is made of using an electrified luminescent stone. The stone stores a charge, ensuring the door functions even with power lost. Excavation area surveillance system, Area Alpha, accessing surveillance logs. Relocation of the large-scale excavation drill underway. Suspended excavation work.
Looky here.
A security shutter equipped with a bomb slot. A blast of energy inside will release the shutter's lock.
What's this?
Think we could get this working?
Excavation area surveillance system, Area Beta, accessing surveillance logs. Sealing of the expansion security passage has been suspended. Excavation area surveillance system, Area Gamma, accessing surveillance logs. Use of mining cannon has been suspended temporarily. Mechanism, hologram emitter. Use its ultrasound detection to generate a holographic map of the excavation facility and tunnels. Terrain changes are reflected in real time. Excavation area surveillance system, Area Delta, accessing surveillance logs. Security limiters activation. Access to bottom levels is now restricted. Emitter terminal. Activate the hologram emitter online and usable by scanning the central node. I believe if you want to play Mother 3 on your Switch, though, you'd have to play it in Japanese, because I do think if you create a Japanese account and download the NSO apps from the Japanese store, you can get the games that they have that we don't, like the Fire Emblem games, the Starfy games. No, they brought the Starfy games for the American one. But I also believe that they have Mother 3. You just have to play it in Japanese. Save mission progress. Yes. Saving progress. Progress saved. Energy and ammunition will be fully replenished. I'm looking at some stuff, give me a moment. Okay. Alright, let's rock and roll. Access code approved. Hologram emitter activated. Initiating map projection.
Doesn't look like there's a way down without the elevator.
Whoa. It's updating in real time. Look at all these natural caverns.
We're in luck. Looks like they connect to the lower levels of the mine.
We can use these to reach the teleporter key.
Let's look for a way in.
Area map acquired. Map data for this area has been downloaded. Press minus to open the map screen. Emitter terminal online. It's linked to the emitter. Don't move forward. Morphology. Spin Dartwing. A variant of the Dartwing uses the skin between its limbs in a similar manner to the Dartwing, though it also rotates to increase its speed. A subspecies of the Chiropetra Dartwing, found in the underground spaces such as caves and tunnels. Similar to the Dartwing, they hang upside down while resting by digging their hind claws into the ceiling. This posture allows them to quickly take flight when an intruder is near. While gliding, they adjust the patagia on either side of their body to send themselves into a spin, unique to the subspecies in its ability to use air currents created by their spin to increase their speed. However, the added air resistance created by the higher speed means that they expend their rotational energy faster, leading to shorter flight distances. Careful. Security lock transport for high valuable cargo. Cover will release if scanned, providing latch access. Latch cover released. A forceful pull will remove the hatch, making the cargo accessible. There's been motion controls with the viola the whole time and I didn't know this. Oh, it's just for the camera. No, that's fine. I don't need that. But I do want the motion controls for the lasso. That I didn't know I was missing out on. Spin? Josuke in the bubbles are lines that spin. Josuke in the bubbles are lines that spin. Oh. Josuke in the bubbles are lines that spin. Pedestrian door. The sensor component of the luminescent stone is disabled. The door cannot open or close. Oh, this is so much better than using the control stick. Shot expansion acquired. Maximum elemental shot ammo capacity increased by 10. The mix of having not the full motion controls, like they have for the Wii version, but having it with the control stick, makes this game feel very nice. The mouse controls are nice too. I like them a lot, but I find that this is the best method to play this game. It's like the Prime 3 grapple. Yes! Yes, indeed. Energy lock system to unlock. Pull the defense shields on both sides and apply a powerful burst of beam energy to the exposed core. The neutralization of the lock, causing it to disengage.
I got you, Samus.
On three.
3. Give me that shield, space pirate scum. There are no space pirates, but there are mechanoids that have shields that you have to rip off. What are you? Enhanced gate lock unit. Gate sealed by enhanced lock mechanism. Its alloys are extremely durable and effectively impossible to destroy with ordinary firearms. The lock can be removed if struck with an explosive force exceeding the threshold, which will cause the unit to resonate with the special frequency that collapses it on a molecular bond, destroying it. Okay, that's the thing I need the big boom for. Mineral transport container loaded with ore. Damage to the rails caused it to fall, opening its panel.
Time to work.
I wanted to see, because they always seem to appear behind me, but I never look at them coming through the door.
Whoa. What's this huge thing?
I see. I see. They can't come through if I'm looking at them.
Those caverns should be right below us.
Interesting.
Find a way to punch through.
Mechanism: large excavation drill, TER 615 Mark II. Built to excavate bedrock and bore mining tunnels. It is operated via a connected control terminal. Drill engine is currently off. You can't break bedrock. Not unless you're in creative mode. Power turbine core hatch release. Drill engine can be started by linking it to a control terminal, then spinning the starter clockwise at a steady rate. Excavation drill control terminal. Drill controls function suspended. The terminal can activate by touching the hologram. I gotta apply spin to it. Excavation drill control terminal link drill is established. Control terminal is now successfully linked to the drill, standing by for maintenance tank ignition. Spinning the starter clockwise at a steady rate will start the engine.
There's gotta be a way to get it fired up. A man in charge or something.
Hey! It's working.
Nice work, Samus. Now let's get this baby into position. Easy does it. That's as high as it'll go. Just need to aim it.
Careful now, this is old technology.
Shoot! The hinge is jammed. Samus, you're up.
Just expect me to figure out everything for you? You goober. Drill arm joint seized. The machine is locked in place and the angle cannot be adjusted. Pull the machine. The mechanical pin. Pulling the mechanical pin will allow it to shift downward on its own. Cover removed, exposing the mechanical pin. Removal of the pin will permanently lock the drill's operating angle. Due to the drill's weight, the pin removal will force it to aim downward. It's impressive that all this old tech is still conveniently working for the purpose of solving puzzles. Well, truth be told, the Lemorn have all the upgrades in this game. The excuses, Mickey. The excuse is that the Lemorn had made all the stuff that you have acquired. So a lot of this is just like fail-safes that they've implemented in their own technologies for other technologies that they've created, such as my Psychic Lasso and Psychic Grapple.
Sounds like something fell off the drill. Well, that's one way to do it. Okay. Let's start it up.
Sarge?
More grievers, huh? Don't worry, fair lady, I'll protect you.
Until we punch through.
We've dropped noise! What's that?
Alien morphology, Maul Griever. Griever variant adapted to the cavern of the Great Mind. Strong forearms allow them to dig through the bedrock at high speed. It compensates for its impaired vision with the enhanced hearing and reacting primarily to sound. It is capable of producing numerous offspring and will rely on strength and numbers to attack in waves. Also, given that she was raised by space birds and has a fairly solitary job, I like to think that Samus has no social or interpersonal skills. Are the Chozo mentioned at all in this to explain why the tech is compatible? No, the Chozo are not mentioned at all in this game to explain why the tech is compatible, but it's already been established why tech is compatible with Samus's equipment. First of all, certain chips that are made by the Lamorne to enhance her blaster to shoot fire, lightning, and ice were redesigned and re-implemented by the engineer Miles McKenzie at base camp. He takes a lot of the technology and implements it into your armor. But anything that is psychic is because that Samus was embedded with a psychic crystal in her forehead, not because of her suit, but actually within her. All of that psychic stuff is more fused to her body than the suit, but also the various suit that Samus has is organic. As we see in Metroid Fusion, the X-Parasite actually fused to the organic parts of her suit that is unique to Samus' suit because it's not a Federation standard suit. They had to cut off all they could, but the remaining suit, the fusion suit that was left behind, was literally fused to her body, and then the other parts of the suit that they were able to remove had fused with the X-Parasite and Samus's DNA still in that part of the Varia suit to create the SR9 whatever, the parasite that was mimicking Samus. So it's the usual don't think about it too hard. Okay, like Venom Snake's horn? Like Venom Snake's horn. Yes! Yes! Something like that. Like, well, for him, it's not a genetic fusion because that's just stuck in his brain. It would kill him to remove. SAX, there you go. It is a lot more on a DNA and organic level than just having, like, metal burnt to your skin. Like, I actually like this detail. In Metroid Fusion, you can see as Samus breathes, her fusion suit is breathing with her. Oh, I didn't read the log for it, though. Maul Grievers are Grievers that have adapted to the complex cave systems of the Great Mines. They move quickly from area to area by burrowing through at high speeds using their forearms and sharp, durable claws. Their sense of sight has faded over time due to the dark habitat, but a well-developed sense of hearing allows them to locate prey at a great distance, even through solid stone. They reproduce in extreme numbers greater than the other Griever variants, and will cooperate in order to make the most of this, often attempting to overwhelm threats by attacking in waves. Individually, they are roughly as dangerous as other Grievers. However, their smooth skin, while ideal for traveling underground, also makes them more vulnerable to injury and death. Excavation drill currently in use. Please stand clear. I was hoping the SAX would come back in Dread somehow as an evolution of the Emmys, which were kind of underwhelming. I liked Metroid Dread. I liked the robits in that. Also, how many variations of evil Samus are there that are based off of her DNA left behind by something? Because Dark Samus is also made from the fusion of the tumor of Phazon in Samus's brain. And the DNA she left behind in the Phazon of the Metroid Prime in Metroid Prime 1. That then attached to her Phazon suit. Oh, Dread was great. The Emmys were a bit underwhelming. I think so. I think it's just the two. Alrighty then. Oh! Armstrong is down! My beloved, I'm so sorry!
I feel better.
Giving you my life force. I'm sorry. I didn't even know that that was a thing that could happen.
Nice shot, Armstrong.
Help me.
Armstrong needs help.
Thank you, Samus.
I want to scan things. Pedestrian door safety lock online. The door automatically will... the door locks automatically while the drill is in operation. I wanted to scan that other griever. It was green. I'll wait for it. You. Come here. Come here. Don't get killed yet. Don't get killed yet. Don't get killed yet. Morphology. Griever bomber. When it's mixed its venom, the Maul Griever's corrosive blood becomes explosive bodily fluid. The noise from the exploding Griever bomber will draw other Grievers to its location. However, dispatching them while they are frozen can mitigate the sound. You're the same guy. Okay. Freezing them, though. I see. Stay away from her. Stay away from her. Stay away from her. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Raiden got him. Hey, I think the franchise was inspired by Alien. Perhaps. It's almost like they named the big space pirate after Ridley. Wait a minute. Aliens? Ridley? Oh, I need to move on. Sorry. I wonder what Ridley is up to right now. Going through cyborg repairs right now. That's what she said. I know that Goober is still alive. Of course Ridley is still alive. Duke, just jump down here with us.
You'll be safe. They can't follow you anymore.
Wait! No!
See you on the other side, kid.
You better come back alive. Because as much as I'd like to be the emotional support for Nora Armstrong right now, and hold her hand and kiss her to make her feel better, I don't want to be losing you, Duke. Ezra Duke.
Let's go. We've got work to do.
He needs to come back to give Samus a PTSD attack after she's killed him like 6 times. Metroid Other M is bad. I hadn't played Metroid Other M. I know that Ridley comes back from being like a bird or something. But, I have it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm sorry. Passage blocked by organic barrier. The barrier is sectioned in several parts, consisting of mutated proteins and luminescent membrane. Stimulating the membrane will cause the sections to briefly contract. So this is a sphincter? I don't like that.
I can't believe it.
Keep following me, because we don't want to lose more, now do we? It's not a great story and aggressively mid-gameplay wise, I see. Arthropod morphology. Metarita. Feeds primarily on rock ore, which it dissolves using highly acidic digestive juices. It uses 4 pairs of legs to climb rock walls. Meteorita are a type of arthropods found in the Great Mines. They feed on various kinds of minerals by breaking off pieces and melting them in their highly acidic digestive fluids, allowing them to extract magnesium, iron, zinc, and other nutrients. Their two antennae are comb-shaped with a large surface area and are able to detect radiation. This allows them to accurately find distant minerals upon which to feed. Meteoritas are slow-moving and do not show a fear response to threats. Combined with their mineral-rich diet, this makes them common prey for mallgreavers. Well, if that's the case, we don't want more of those now, do we? Yeah, keep walking. Just keep walking. They eat rocks, so do Gorons. It was the first Metroid, if it was the first Metroid, it would be more forgivable, but why is Samus being emotional at strong commanding men after she literally blew up her second planet? First chronologically, I mean. Yeah, no, I understand, because doesn't that take place technically after Super Metroid in a way? Broyral ore, lightweight metal of moderate hardness but cannot withstand explosive shocks. Easy to process and therefore widely used. Right after Super Metroid. Okay. You lied to me. There we go.
I don't like the sound of that.
They're swatting away my missiles, I just realized. Well, time to burn them all, I guess. Is the point that I'm not supposed to just kill them? And that I actually should be, like, moving forward? Maybe. Here, have some of this. Oh, I can't give you some of that. Yeah, take a breath. Like, even if the Prime games aren't canon, she's still a seasoned veteran at that point. With the Prime game, she's blown up at least 2 planets in one alternate dimension. I forgot what the state of the Metroid timeline is, but I do believe that all the games interconnect now. I don't know about M, though. Let me see. What is Nintendo's most recent interpretation of the canon Metroid timeline? I see. There's Metroid. Then there's Metroid Primes 1 through 3 and Federation Force. Then Metroid 2 Return of Samus. Super Metroid, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Metroid Fusion, and Metroid Dread. But apparently, they say in the Prime games, because they often deal with dimensional shifts, that they could be separated from the timeline if need be, so long as they can... so that they could use that as an out to keep the 2D Metroid continuity able to be, like, Giving them narrative freedom from the Prime series if need be. There is no other M on this list, so yes, it seems that they got rid of other M chronologically. Pop back up. Gotcha. Crustacean morphology. Pop crawler uses its long, slender body to leap and attack prey by spitting hazardous, thorny, solid objects. Timelines are kind of dumb if they aren't planned from the beginning, in my opinion. Yeah, but the Metroid games did always follow, like, this happened after this, or something like that, even if it was messy. But specifically with the Zelda one, I totally understand that. Although I like the Zelda one because of how broken it is, there are a lot of missing pieces of the puzzle that then you could interpret in different ways and piece together that I really like, without leading in too much into headcanon, rather being like, okay, this game explains this, and this game explains this, and they're connected by this way. You could piece it by this. That's why, like, the Minish Cap takes place directly after Skyward Sword, and in the Minish Cap, there's a big thing about a civilization in the sky still, as well as a Kingdom of Hyrule at peace, because, like, a full Kingdom of Hyrule at peace, with, like, it being well lived in and all that stuff, because it hasn't been ravaged by constant cycle of war and whatnot. Even though the Minish Cap was not planned to be that at all from the beginning. However, with the era of the Wild games, they were up to interpretation until finally Nintendo said that they are completely on a separate timeline that have no connection to the previous things. That's why there are weird Ouroboros echoes of everything. Imprisoning War, what have you. I already went deep into this a long time ago. But they also said that going forward, they will fit games on the timeline where they make most sense, but they're not going to worry too hard about it because they don't want the timeline to then restrict narrative freedom in other games if they don't correspond with the other games around them in the timeline. There is an order to them, but I mean stuff like the Zelda timeline, yeah. Crazy. Hi, Harmony. You'd like FromSoft lore. I don't like FromSoft games. That's my favorite part of the Breath of the Wild games. That's a good way of doing it. Pop crawlers are small crustaceans that inhabit the Great Mines, normally docile and resting just beneath the ground. They will quickly move near the surface if they sense an intruder entering their territory. Then they slap the ground with their telson to leap into the air, rising to a height of 3 meters. At the top of their arc, they will launch a solid thorny object from their mouth at a threat. Because their body fluids glow, they could be seen behind the thinner areas of their exoskeleton. The object launched by pop crawlers also contain these fluids and glow similarly. I could change that. Mike and I can carry you through. I don't want to be carried through a game. If that's how that has to work, I just don't enjoy them. I have tried Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and Sekiro, and have watched Dark Souls 2 and 3. I know Dark Souls 2 doesn't count or is controversial, blah, blah, blah. I've seen Bloodborne, and all of those games both don't play in ways that I enjoy, no matter how I try to configure them, nor do I really care about them because of that. It's just not for me. And the shame is that I really, really wanted to like Sekiro and Elden Ring. Garnbo cask vines, which transfer nutrients to the from the unripe pulps to the protective calyx. These vines will immediately wither if attached pulp is removed. Plant morphology. Garnbo cask. Cucurbitaceae fruit. Cucurbitaceae fruit variant. I don't know what the heck you're trying to tell me. Consisting of pulp covered by a thin membrane, its protective calyx is extremely hard, allowing the fruit to grow to enormous size. Each plant may grow to several pulps, but only one will ripen. Unripened pulps provide nutrients to the calyx, which will quickly shrivel if the pulps are lost. I know Mick is in Sekiro. I made Dio in Elden Ring, then I quit the game. 2 has some fun ideas, and it's solid. It's not to the level of the rest. Mix in Sekiro. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shoot at you. Organic morphology. Shriekbug. Shriekbug larva gestating inside Meteorita cocoon made of hardened mineral-rich mucus. Shriekbug larva possess low vocal cords and will scream if agitated. Of course, I forgot that noise attracts the grievers. Take a breather. You're okay. Good old additional voices Mick. Armored Core 6 might be worth a shot if you're into mecha games. I don't know anything about Armored Core. Jabardum ore. Hardest mineral found in Vuros. Only psychic energy in the form of a diffused oscillation blast wave can pulverize it. Which I don't have. I don't even really know what that means, if I'm being honest. What we will do, place a marker here. It was FromSoft's breadwinner before the Souls games. It also a lot of JoJo character actors in it. I see. Mollusk morphology. Snareweed lives on the floors of narrow cave passages. They will electrocute creatures on contact using the tips of their feelers, trapping them. Highly flammable. Good to know. Snareweeds are invertebrates that live clustered in groups in the caves of the great mines. The bioluminescent bacteria on their heads is used to attract small animals, at which time snareweeds will generate an electric current over their body, shocking and paralyzing the creatures. Once immobilized, the group will wrap around and digest and absorb their prey. The mucous membranes that form their outer skin is flammable and easily ignited. Because the nerves of their skin are not equipped to feel pain, they are unaware of the fire and remain upright even while burning. Poor guys. Disturbing thoughts, question, pending, imitation of human understanding. What are you? Fiber bundle made of incombustible organic material. High flexibility makes it resistant to all energy and shock waves. Fluid is stored in the core, which can be punctured with sufficient physical force. It's much nicer to shake rather than to press the left stick in. Radio interference.
No, I've got to get a hold of myself. Knuckle up.
Okay.
I won't quit. Sarge wouldn't let me.
It's okay. We're gonna be okay.
We can do this.
Yeah, we got this. I'll keep you safe. You got my back too. Insect morphology, cave shren. An even more vicious shren variant. These prefer to nest in the groups of the cave walls. They could spit venom from their mouth and will charge directly at threats. Cave shren are, as the name implies, a shren variant found in the underground caves. When detecting danger near their nests, they hover in position and spit poisonous saliva. If fatally injured by an intruder, an active hormone secreted by their nervous system triggering the sympathetic nerve and putting them in an excited state. This causes them to attempt to ram the threat. If successful, the impact causes their bodies to burst. Organic morphology. Cave shren hide. These hives have formed with a mixture of chewed up plants and ores mixed with the saliva of the cave shren. It is both flammable and fragile. Everything is flammable if you try hard enough.
Dang it!
I got you.
Thanks, Samus.
I offer you life force from my own energy. It seems like a bad defense system. Also, these seems more like wasps. That's what they are. Big old bug. Arthropod morphology. Cave roach. This arthropod prefers to live in groups, primarily in the humid caves. It is omnivorous and feeds primarily on plants, though it can digest animal carcasses. Cave roaches are arthropods often found in living in groups in the humid caves of Viros, and are known for the beautiful shine of their shells. Though they are omnivorous, they do not prey on living creatures, instead scavenging animal carcasses and other decaying matter. They are very resilient, surviving long periods on little food. When a group numbers around 10, it becomes difficult for them to secure enough sustenance. This triggers several to band together and leave to form a separate group. I think I've been talking and thinking too much. Meteorita corpse. No life signs detected. A deep gouging injury has removed or destroyed most organs. All biofluids are lost. Okay.
Grievers are coming. Be prepared.
Yeah. Did we get him? No, I wanna... Oh. They better come back. Insect morphology, crystal crawler, a beetle that feeds primarily on Deborah crystals by scraping them with the 6 abdominal fangs. Clings to the rock's walls, it stops in place if the dorsal area is irritated. Crystal crawlers are a unique subspecies of beetle that feeds on rare Deborah crystals found in the Great Mines. Using 6 fangs arranged around a circular mouth on their abdomen, they scrape and pull crystal material to be digested. The fangs are also used for attaching the body while climbing. Their outer shells are made from a hardened Deborah crystal waste, which makes them impervious to firearms. The top of a crystal crawler shell features a crystalline protrusion that absorbs certain energy waves. Using psychic energy to attach to these protrusions enables their use as an anchor for swinging. Crystal crawlers are highly vigilant. When their outer shell is disturbed, they will dig their fangs into the surface that they are on to keep this defensive posture until the disturbance has ended. What a new fascinating species. Pew pew. Pour one out for the Galactic Federation soldier in charge of cataloging and preserving alien species on planet Samus is on. They do that sometimes. They preserve species, although that was a whole problem in Metroid Fusion, is that the Federation, for some reason, was keeping Metroids alive and trying to bring them back. Or the fact that they brought back Ridley for heaven knows why. Hi, Chloe, come here. I want to see if those bats will respawn because I wanted to get scans of them. Probably not. You. Why are we looking over here? Okay, there's something over there for a reason. I forgot what button was to jump. To criticize, obligation to survive, the hunger to be alive. Twisting, turning through the never, all it is. Missile expansion acquired. Maximum missile capacity increased by 5. So I guess I'm just not going to find those bats. There'll be more. I just gotta remain vigilant. Oh, Chloe T-Dog. The Galactic Federation is a subsidiary of Wayland Utani, but I think they are actually preserving the Metroids for combat use. Yes, that is true. I'm really upset that I can't scan those bats now. Large mining gear container stores tools for maintaining and repairing excavation equipment. Can be destroyed with standard firearms. Cloverfield! Don't say it! She said it. Five missiles? That's almost 6 missiles. It's really gonna itch at my brain that I didn't get those bats scanned. I hate that. There was something like that in Metroid Prime 1 and in Metroid Prime 3. There were shriek bats that I just could not get at the right angle and kept killing themselves before I could scan them. And in Metroid Prime 1, the ice shriek bat only appears for a limited time and then later is replaced by a different enemy that you can't get in your scans anymore after that. A ceiling collapse has blocked the passageway with a rail container, columns. Special machinery will be required to clear the way due to the material and its weight. The blockage cannot be removed otherwise. What's beyond?
Looks like something's back there.
Does look like something's back there. If I had to assume, it's the last mech part that I haven't been able to find. Which is the other arm, if I remember correctly. Just like the company in Alien. I'm gonna say it, Bork. I thought just one had missable scans. So, yes. One had the Ice Shriek Bat, which was a missable scan, but in 3, it was the Shriek Bats that gave me an issue. where it wasn't a missable scan, but the problem is that it only appeared in like a few locations, and everyone was so close to where they would just start attacking you if you got it within range of scanning them, so it was really difficult for me to get it on. A ceiling collapses block the gate where the container rails and the other steel debris. Special machinery will be required to clear the way due to material and its weight. The blockage cannot be removed otherwise. Although while playing 2 and 3, I didn't put emphasis so much on scans as I did with 1. Because I was using Prime Hack, and Prime Hack already bypasses the extra endings to always show when you beat the game whether or not you 100% did the scans. In this game, however, I also bypassed that by having, in quotes, the Silux amiibo, but I actually just used amiibo stickers, or NFC stickers that I burned the amiibo onto. Bomb slot blocked by a mass cave roach webbing. The webbing material is highly flammable and will burn quickly if ignited. Okay. And I think all the intro stuff is 3 was missable. That I just don't remember. Maybe. Actually, they all might if you don't scan new items. I don't know. I just know that I had trouble with the Shriek Bat in 1, and then 2 and 3 I didn't worry so much about it. And this game, because it's not through Prime Hack, I want to give it a shot. I've gotten a lot. Maintenance gate passage was left incomplete. Gate is effectively locked as it requires a power source to open. But I would love, if I could, scan everything. Organic morphology. Cave roach nest. Nest constructed from threads of secreted protein folded over one another. Highly flammable. Maintenance gate. Gate conduit online. Mechanism release will occur once the sensor is exposed to beam energy and explosions. Or you'll go.
We need to find a way to break through the rubble back there. What is that?
I should maybe play through the Prime games, maybe on PC. Play through again, I mean. I highly recommend it. Prime Hack and Melon Prime. The 2 ways of playing Metroid Primes 1, 2, and 3, and then also Metroid Prime Hunters while using keyboard and mouse controls. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Especially for Metroid Prime Hunters, where you'd have to aim with the DS stylus, which would have not been favorable. They also have everything unlockable, as in, like, secret dialogue that was only exclusive to the Japanese versions of Metroid Prime 3. From developers, and little quality of life things. Vehicle LS51 Rock Eater DJ3, equipped with a front horizontal rotary drill bit that could be configured to bore through materials of varying hardness. Control panel covered by a massive highly flammable cave roach webbing. Mm-hmm. Come here, Armstrong. LS51 Rock Eater DJ3 online. Control panel lights activated. Engine initialized.
You're a miracle worker, Samus. This'll do nicely. We can use it to break through that wall. Come on, you can do it. That a girl. Here we go. This'll do.
I got it.
Keep him off me, okay? Cover me while I clear this bubble!
Trying.
Hang on! There, that's our way out. Gonna run you down! Buy me some time! I got
I don't know where they're coming from is the problem. No. Oh, got you right in time. Okay. I hear. I'm here. Alright, we're going missiles now. Heal. Get up.
Just keep coming!
This is tense. This is great. Imagine playing this on hard difficulty. Armstrong, just get your buff older brother to suplex them like Leon Kennedy. Don't you dare make me lose Nora like we had to lose Ezra Duke.
I'll be right behind
You better be right behind me. I swear. I swear? Get your butt over here right now.
Keep chasing us down.
No, she's my favorite one.
I'll keep them occupied.
Is this near the end of the game? I don't know. I don't know where the end of the game is.
It has been an honor.
I have 4 out of 5 keys that I need to beat the game for. I have most of the scans. I'm missing 1 upgrade. So presumably. That's evil. She was my favorite. Bedrock debris from the Rock Eater have buried the gate. The debris cannot be removed. I'm going to commit some sort of crime if she winds up being dead. seems like the end of the game thing to have all the heroic sacrifices. Yeah, sure does. Like I said, I'm going to respond violently if dear Nora Armstrong is dead. Muffled rules of nature kicks in. The game has a good soundtrack. Something I can't break yet. Unit locked by an explosion sensor. These sensors are used to seal small gates and containers that require special handling. An exceptionally powerful explosion can destroy them. Okay. Okay. My favorite was Stranger I Remain, which was, I don't remember her name, but French woman's song. Air vent great. French woman with multiple arms. Air vent great. Has become brittle with age. A strong impact will cause it to break. Mistral, that was her name. Got you guys! Morphology. Winged lizard. Reptile variant that flies with skin membranes. They hate direct sunlight and prefer to live in the darkness amongst the pits of the great mines. Sorry, I'm excited. Yeah, with the handbots from 4. Winged lizards. They also had the geckos from 4. Winged lizards are reptiles living in the dig sites of the great mines. They fly using a thin membrane that runs along their bodies and spread their arms to either flap or glide. Though a form of poikilotherm, their low body temperature encourages them to avoid the direct sunlight of the Soul Valley. Instead, they prefer the shadows and stable temperatures, the mines, the insect diet they find here. And the insect diet found there. They are not especially aggressive and rarely attack threats unprovoked. Peak doofy robot design right there. I think they're interesting. What are you? Oh! Cave Shren nests. What you got? Terminal. Delivery maintenance terminal. Processes vehicles entering or exiting the excavation site and assesses ore quantities currently offline. Okay. This is the kind of cave that reminds me of like what a bat cave is supposed to look like in Batman. Just extensive with just like metal bridges and stuff built. Oh, this is the rest of the elevator shaft. Probably doesn't want me to do this, but... Okay. The one in Arkham Origins was fun. I agree. I like it. I think you can unlock the move he does in 4 where he spins with the geckos tied to his legs. I don't remember. I remember I was trying to unlock everything in that game and play every difficulty, starting with the easiest one and work my way up. But you have to press continue on the game and not new game. And it confused me. And I pressed new game and I lost my progress and I got very upset. I spent like so many hours on that game just for me to not understand. It had a weird like continuation system. Okay, there are a lot of things to do right now in this area. First one being this, which got me a shot expansion acquired. Maximum elemental shot ammo capacity increased by 10. Okay. Okay. There's stuff over there. There's stuff over here. I can't get over there without going up first, which up starts with these tether nodes. Mods for Revengeance? Hopefully a 60 frames per second mod, because it has a very hard time running at a full 60 frames, which under normal circumstances I'd be like, that's okay, I'm fine with games that are under a certain frame rate, but it tampers with the cutscenes, unfortunately, and the speed of the game itself. Rather than just having a low frame rate, it actually makes everything, all sound effects, out of sync, and it really feels off. So hopefully they finally fixed that from the last time I played, which was whenever I streamed it with Kramer. Only for full screen, though. If you played it windowed, it wouldn't do that, and that's why I had to get something called lossless scaling, which is a software through Steam, which will upscale and up the frame rate as best it can for certain games that don't work properly. Not for nothing, and I don't know how I figured this out, who knows, but because the game Honey Pop doesn't really work in full screen, it was also good for that. Yeah, that's probably there, but I'm talking about stuff like on the level of Leon Kennedy Tramp Stamp mod. I don't know, go look at Nexus mods to see if there's anything like that. Maybe. Rail container loaded with ore and ready for transport, abandoned before the machine arrived to attach it to the rail system. Okay, they're all the same thing. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Only 4 of these left, I think. Maybe 3. Energy tank acquired. Maximum energy capacity increased by 100. Open the menu with minus to check the inventory for more information. You can play as Spider-Man. I see. Spider-Man. Hopefully I got everything in here. there is a 60 frames per second cutscene mod. Right, but does it actually fix the game itself? Making it able to run not at like, it was like stuck at like 58 or something like that and just had things slightly off because of it. Alright, let's rock and roll. Stable organic solid made by Mulgriever, incombustible and shock absorbent, cannot be destroyed by any available tools. Okay. Another one of these vaults. I haven't even been checking where the stuff is supposed to be. I made a mistake. No, I did here. I think. I don't remember. There's so many. Means I'm just gonna have to go through here again at some point. But that's okay. Like this? The strongest explosions. Mulgriever cocoon currently hosts an unusually large being. Absorption of green energy seen on the cocoon's surface is presumed to have caused the big being's mutation. Okay. Doesn't seem like it. That stinks. We really doing this? We doing a boss fight here? Or mini boss? Some sort of horrid creature? Yeah. These games are all about mutation, aren't they? Membrane blockage made of incombustible inorganic matter, impenetrable to firearms due to its high elasticity and tensile strength. Cellular disintegration via high-frequency waves may be possible. Alright, buddy. You're up. Alien morphology, Mulgriever Brute. Unique Griever variant resulting from an influx of green energy during the embryonic stages of growth. I assume that's a hard-coded thing more than a lack of interest from modders. Yeah, that's fair. This variant is larger than normal Mulgriever, and is also approximately 10 times stronger. It could spit an extremely sticky substance from its mouth, temporarily immobilizing a target if hit. Mulgriever Brute are a unique variant resulting from an influx of green energy during egg incubation. Brutes are much larger than a normal Mulgriever, with arms being approximately 10 times stronger. Leg strength is also improved, accommodating swift movement despite the brute's bulk. While their attack behavior is fundamentally identical to the other Grievers, enhanced strength makes the brutes especially dangerous. In addition to poisonous saliva, they could spit a sticky mucus that upon contact with air turns into a viscous gel it uses to restrain prey. Formations created by the gel are colloquially referred to as Griever Gates. Drank too much green tea. Alright, if you're functionally the same, then how do you fare about being frozen? Doesn't change much. Where were you when Griever Gate happened? I was in my home. What are you, some sort of big baby? You gotta call your family over? Hey! How are you doing, View? We got him. I hear. Hold on. Let me repair you. Who up weaving they gate? How? Probably all needs that last thing I need. Alright, buddy. This is your turn.
I may be able to clear the way. Allow me to try.
Do it. You could try. I want to see where you bursted through. You came... I don't know where you came from. You came from a cutscene, I guess. Whatever wall you just broke down. Alright, do this for me then. Go for it. Nice.
Please let me know when I can clear the way.
Attack that one. Device, large energy converter similar in design to the standard bomb slots, requires a large amount of concussive power to activate. Such concussive power I do not have, now do I? Rail container appears to have been abandoned while loading Urnisite ore. Item detected within. Not the item I'm looking for, though. Insufficient power. Understood.
To destroy cornicite ore, you require a stronger explosive.
Cannon Room Surveillance Terminal monitors the work area around the mining cannon, including its temperature and presence of any trespassers offline. Half-pipe ramp connected to nearby gate. Its surface finish is unusually well preserved and shows very little deterioration. That's something. Mechanism E1337 mining cannon collects charges and launches highly accelerated particles used for breaking apart large ore deposits. What's within? That's a new item. I'd like to see it. That's the missile upgrade. I didn't know I was getting a missile upgrade. I thought I only had one upgrade left. Support clamps holds the cannon in place. Clamp is locked by a security bolt located along the top. The bolt is designed to be turned by a maintenance tank. Okay, I could do that. After all, Samus is apparently maintenance tank shaped. Mining cannon terminal. Adjust the output and aim of the mining cannon offline. Ruins of an industrial lift used to raise and lower the floor. Analysis implies it was destroyed by an external impact. What about an internal impact? I'm disappointed that I didn't know I could do that earlier. I could have gotten stuff that I wanted to get before. All this was and will be. Universe much too big to say. Time and space never ending. Reserving thoughts, questions pending. Limitation of human understanding. Quick to criticize. Obligation to survive. We hunger to be alive. Twisting, turning through the never. All it is, ever, ever was, will be ever. Twisting, turning through the never. Am I stupid? Maybe. Give it up. Give it Cannon frame warped. Extreme internal pressure is causing the tempered glass to weaken. Further shock could result in complete destruction. All y'all need to back off! Don't make me stop time! Don't make me stop time! Don't make me come over there and stop time, you understand? Super Missile, a charged missile with greatly enhanced destructive power, delivers a high-impact explosive blast. Simon Stagg, open. Do it. Tempered glass impact threshold exceeded. Another strong shock will destroy it completely. Give me this. Super missile acquired. Combine 5 missiles to launch a devastating explosive super missile. Press right to activate the missile subweapon, then press and hold R to charge a super missile, then release to launch. Sweet. That's more like it. Missile expansion acquired. Maximum missile capacity increased by 5. Loosen the security bolts caused the mining cannon to drop. The cannon's frame was bent by the impact. I'm hungry. I don't want to cook anything, though. I need to test. Ah! Lovely. Ceiling panel installed on the entrance to this maintenance route, movable with enough force. Ah, I see. Oh, I see, Tarzan. Shot expansion acquired. Maximum elemental shot ammo capacity increased by 10. I miss Ive, said Tarzan, falling to the jungle floor. Did you meant to say Vine? An elegant solution? What do you know about that? Or is it an indecent proposal that I'm thinking of? Whatever it was the, it was the short story about, proposing that since the human race is out of food, that we should eat people. Shh. Okay. Missile expansion acquired. Maximum missile capacity increased by 5. Nice. Okay. It's only as far back as I could go. I swear, Nora Armstrong better be alive. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna do a triple backflip. I'm gonna do the long jump. Bold choice to suggest that after pulling out the ring. Proposal. I understand what you were trying to say. My bad. I was thinking about pulling out the ring like when Frodo or Gollum does it. I'm gonna backwards long jump up the stairs. It's the best way to do it. That's what those movies are about, right? Cannibalism? Gollum is technically a hobbit, and he does bite off Frodo's finger. So, yeah, sure. And when Samwise Gamgee and, Frodo were getting real hungry, they ate Merry and Pippin, so yeah, I guess so. Aw. Of course I'll help you. Especially because I need you for over here. Membrane blockage made of incombustible inorganic matter. Impenetrable to firearms due to high elasticity and tensile strength. Cellular disintegration via high-frequency waves may be possible. Yeah. Deborah crystal pillar weakened by Meteorita bile. Precise targeting and very powerful explosion would cause it to collapse, which I can do. Shot expansion acquired. Maximum elemental shot ammo capacity increased by 10. Did make that scene where the guy ate a bunch better, though. Oh, did you already unblock the path? Thank you, mate. Yeah. Wait, this affects... Oh, it's electric. Sorry, I forgot. I was gonna say it affects organic matter, but it's not like a jellyfish sting. It's actually an electric sting. Fungi morphology. Gora gaspore. Gaspore. Gaspore variant, often found in caves. Both its outer shell and innards are extremely hard, however, are vulnerable to its own acid spores. Gora gaspores are a cave-dwelling variant of the gaspore. Their shell and skin rhizome are much harder than that of the other gaspore variants. These cannot be penetrated by firearms or be ruptured by sonic boom weapons used by View 995. As with other variants, they float their sporangium in the air. That's inappropriate, which explodes on contact to spread their spores. However, the Gorogasphore's spores become extremely corrosive upon contact with air, limiting the spread. The corrosive effect is so powerful that even the internal structure of the Gorogaspore itself is affected, meaning if one exposed to its own spore, it will be destroyed. Okay. I hope someone got rehired for that non-blunder. Poor guy. Floating morphology, Gorogaspore sporangium. Acidic sporangium that contains a lightweight gas, allowing it to float towards detected target. It will change direction if affected by a strong impact. Do it again. I wasn't looking. More dead bug. Seems like a bad defense mechanism is true. protein derived from Maulgriever saliva.
But I am not equipped to remove this particular obstacle.
It's okay, I didn't get to read it. It is incombustible and highly impact resistant, making it effectively indestructible. Okay. But is there stuff I want beyond it? That's the question. Possibly. Ruh-roh. Remains of a Griever cocoon. There are traces of green energy inside, indicating the emergence of a mature Griever brute. Well...
Temperature dropping.
do that.
I will clear the way. Allow me.
Yeah. No! It better not be dead. Or
My weaponry can
robot dead.
material, but it will take time. My sensors indicate a hostile is nearby.
Yeah. Let mommy take care of it. There we go. Anybody else want some? Blockage made of elastic, incombustible, inorganic membrane. While impenetrable to firearms, it is. Formation is recent, meaning a diffuse oscillation blast, a wave of psychic energy will cause it to disintegrate. Oh. View 995, impacted by Maulgraver brute saliva. His sonic boom emitters could free him if triggered.
I think I can.
There you go.
It is unfortunate I could not be of assistance during
You're
that
good.
battle.
Hold on. Alright. I'm back. Looks like a Star Wars robot. Blocky with weird head shapes. Robot. Now do this one.
Damn it. We need to go deeper into the mine.
But do this one. Do this one. But do this one. Do this one.
Damn it. We need to go
Fine.
deeper into the mine. A large number of hostiles are headed this way.
Come on.
Be tactically advantageous to fight here. I suggest we keep moving.
Okay.
Combat protocol. Engage.
Do this one. This is really annoying that I have to keep losing friends to these grievers. Do this one. Really? Are you gonna throw me and leave yourself behind? Okay. I keep losing Federation members.
I will handle things here.
Are they gonna do the same sacrifice bit again? At least it's up, so it's not all the same sacrifice. at least shift things up so it's not all the same sacrifice. This is just to show how tough these grievers are. I don't know. We have 2 guys left. We have an engineer and we have a sniper. Or transport access hatch offline. It can be forced open manually. The robot I'm not too worried about, because if we retrieve his robot brain, we could put it in another one. Here, Chloe. Lamorne-made tunnel excavator built to bore laterally. The rear-mounted engine allows for independent operation and propulsion. But I really do hope that Nora Armstrong is okay. And I should hope that Ezra Duke is okay. I should not play favorites when it comes to life or death. Hi, Mazu. I just realized the aliens look like the ones they use as foot soldiers in Infinity War. Outriders? All of them are okay except for Armstrong. That... Ugh. Well, hi, Mazu. Did you take your nap? If you did, next save station, and I'll save and quit. Track system that requires power to operate. The link slot can be temporarily restored, the track functioning by converting psychic energy. I read something like that. Mechanism, psychic energy converter slot. Convert psychic energy to magnetize the linked track system. Okay. So, do it. Ah, makes sense. Okay. Got it. Shot expansion acquired. Maximum elemental shot ammo capacity increased by 10. Naps has been taken. Yeah, like I said, let me get to the next save station. Energy converter linked to a security limiter. Enough energy will disengage the limiter. But I probably don't have enough. I'll give it a shot anyway. Gonna talk to parents real quick. Okay. Hello, first-time chatter. Wonko42 Dude.
Hello! How is this game treating you?
I love it. I'm nearing the end, and it's upsetting me because I want more. I like the Metroid Prime series as a whole, and the only one I haven't played is Federation Force. Rather, the only one I haven't really played is Federation Force. I own it, and I technically opened it up when I first got it, but I never really went past the first level. Oh my. No save before a boss? Goodness me. You're kidding though, right? No save station? I played a bit and somehow had 2 copies of Federation Force. It was alright. Huh. No, surely there's a save station. I mean, I suppose, aside from my elemental shot, my health is up all the way. And I have plenty of missiles. But I don't like the idea that I don't have a save. It was alright. The boss might not activate just yet. Yeah. Sure. Alright, let's go for it. I've not gotten a game over to a boss. I've gotten 2 game overs to weird things. So let's just, much like taking tests in school, let's not even think about it and just go into it. Because the more you stress yourself out, leaves room for you to mess up. Remnants of an extremely large Maulgriever cocoon. Its size, as well as its large amounts of green energy pooled inside, suggests that a unique form larger than a brute has emerged. Can't be worse than the Omega Pirate from Prime 1. That one was pretty tough. Buros crystals abandoned after excavation. Once processed, they could be used to link Lemorn minds and awaken and amplify psychic abilities. Alright. Ore loading heavy machinery used to load ore into the rail container. The machine has tipped over and will require significant repairs in order to function again. Delivery management terminal. One of the terminals has been completely destroyed. It appears to have been ripped apart by physical force. And this one hasn't. Lights. Don't wanna... That's not gonna work. Okay. We can only move forward, and okay, that's gonna be a save station right here. I see. I had some trouble with this boss, though I am poor with aiming. I think I'll be alright. With the mix of the stick and the gyroscope aiming, I think I could do it. In fact... Ore loading heavy machinery loads ore into the rail containers. Its operation ceased while it was receiving ore for the transport duct. We're right at the boss, but I might save it for next time simply because I've been going for almost 4 hours and I think it might be time to call it. Missile expansion acquired. Maximum missile capacity increased by 5. Also because Mazu has politely requested my company tonight, so I don't want to keep her waiting. No, I thought that was going to be the boss room, but the boss room is going to be here, where the teleporter key is. I just saw the big cocoon and got scared is all. But, for right now, we're saving mission progress. Saving progress. Progress saved. Energy and ammunition will be fully replenished. Sorry, Wonko24 dude. I know you just came in. But thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. We know you have your choice of streamers, so thank you for choosing StarFox668Nick. If you enjoyed, Wonko42 dude, if you enjoyed, please do consider giving us a follow right here on Twitch. You can also find me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter X. If you like my voice, you could hire me for voice acting. You can find me at Newgrounds Casting Call Club. Try to DM me on Discord, but the best place to contact me is probably direct messaging me on Twitter X. Thank you to everybody who came by and just sat and watched and talked with me. I really appreciate the company. With all that being said, peace and love, and have a good night. Until next stream, bye-bye.